Hello, friends. Welcome to Youth Rising. This is Lindsay Law, certified youth life coach. And this month, we're going to be focusing on bravery and confidence. And we're going to talk a little bit about how the two work together, how they're a bit different, and how you can use them to create things in your life that you want to create. So if you're looking for a little bit more confidence in your friend relationships, if you're really wanting to improve your relationship with yourself, if you're looking to reach goals, if you want to stop worrying so much about what people think about you or having people not like you, this is what we're going to be focusing on this month and how to use bravery and confidence to solve those problems. So, first, let's talk a little bit about what bravery is. So, the way I'm defining bravery is the willingness to do something that feels a little scary, even if you know that there could be a result of some discomfort. Now, the question is why are we willing to do things that require bravery? And usually it's because there is an upside, right? We're not like, oh yeah, I'm totally going to do that because it might end up in pain. I mean, that's not what we're thinking. We want to do it because there's some benefit. There's something that we want that also has the element of discomfort or fear connected to it. So let's talk about what could be the upside of some acts of bravery. So for instance, you want to go ziplining. And to kind of put your trust in the harness and the wire that it's all going to work out feels a little bit scary. And so it's like, why are we doing this thing that feels scary? Well, the reason is because there's an upside. You have that rush of adrenaline, it feels fun, and maybe you get an amazing view. I know when my husband and I were in Hawaii, we did a zip line tour and went on this massive zip line over a waterfall, and it was amazing. It felt a little scary. We trusted it and we went forward, and the upside was amazing. Here's another example. So let's say part of your act of bravery is apologizing to someone for something you did. Now, again, they might respond unkindly to you. They might be upset with you, even though you're coming with humility and apologizing. And the reason we would want to do that is because the upside is they may respond lovingly and appreciate that apology, and that is going to heal the relationship. And no matter how they respond, you can move forward in bravery and have your own back no matter what happens. And either way, from your end, you are working on that relationship and showing up how you want to show up, even though it does require bravery because there is this element that there's a possibility of pain or discomfort. So another example is trying out for a sports team. When you try out for a sports team, the uncomfortable result could be that you don't make the team, or you do make the team and it's going to require a lot of work and effort to be a part of that team. So in either situation, there's going to be a little bit of discomfort and pain associated with it, but there's also a huge upside. You are going to make connections with new people. You're going to improve your skills. You're going to improve your athletic ability. And even if you don't make the team, you're still doing that through putting the effort in to trying out and learning. In everything we do that requires some bravery, has a little bit of fear connected with it, there's an upside. There's something we want. So what we have to do is focus on what that upside is and see that it is more important to us than the possibility that there may be some pain or discomfort involved in that activity. Now, often our brains really focus on that negativity, right? Because they're trying to keep us safe. And so sometimes that possibility of pain or discomfort kind of gets skewed in our mind. We think it's so big and so terrible. And we forget to see that the upside is very likely better and more important to us than that possibility of the uncomfortable thing happening, which in many cases doesn't happen. Our brains sometimes feel like they can tell the future, and that's called fortune telling. And so we think we can predict the future and all these bad things that are going to happen. And from my experience, they usually don't happen. And so the upside totally outweighs the downside. I also want to talk about what confidence or self-confidence is. So when we have self-confidence, it means we believe in our ability to move forward in a certain task. And it doesn't mean we've necessarily done it before. It means that we just believe in ourselves that whatever we're moving forward with, that we'll be able to do it. And so when we think about bravery and confidence, you don't necessarily have to have confidence in yourself that you can do it to move forward and do a brave thing. All you need to do is notice that there is an upside to moving a little bit into doing something uncomfortable. And then as you practice doing that, your self-confidence will likely increase, and your understanding of that ability that you have to move forward and do things, even if it's a little bit scary, and even if it might not turn out. So when I think of self-confidence, I think of the fact that I feel confident enough to move forward with this activity no matter how it turns out. So again, back to the trying out for a sports team. Self-confidence is saying, hey, I have the ability and I feel like I can get out there and try out for this team, whether I make the team or don't make the team. So self-confidence doesn't come from knowing you're going to succeed. It's knowing that you can handle whatever the outcome is, and that you can have self-compassion for yourself in that moment if things don't work out. Looking at this, as we are willing to do brave things, which means doing things that feel a little bit scary and have a possibility of being uncomfortable, we build self-confidence. And so I want to invite you to join me for 30 days of Brave for teens and tweens, where we're going to take 30 days and do something a little bit scary every day. And it could be the same thing that you do every day. It could be something different every day. And as you go into that place of being brave and building that self-confidence, you will find that you don't feel as scared, that you have the courage to keep moving forward and doing things that might be a little uncomfortable. The other important thing is it gives you that opportunity to practice self-compassion and self-love when things don't work out. Now, all of this can be hard and tricky. And so what I want to do is I want to create this space to support you as you go through this 30 days of Brave. So every day of those 30 days, you have the opportunity to meet with me online on a Zoom call, and we're going to chat about how it went. So I'm going to share a short little tip with you about bravery and confidence, and then we're going to celebrate your brave moments. We're going to talk about it when things don't work out, when you're taking the brave moment and you're hoping for a certain outcome. We're going to talk about how to have self-compassion for yourself in that moment. And that self-confidence doesn't mean it's always going to work out, and that's okay. We can have that self-compassion and self-trust and self-love in those moments. This is a free challenge I'm doing, and what I'm really hoping is to get teens and tweens from all over the continent, from every province in Canada and every state in the US. I need your help to spread the word, share this with your friends, because the really important thing about doing hard things is to do it with other people. Because in that moment, we see that we're not the only ones that maybe are struggling. We're not the only ones that this is hard for. And we can find inspiration and courage and compassion for ourselves, noticing that we're not the only ones. Share this so that we can make this an epic challenge for all of us and to really build that self-confidence to go forward and make friends and reach goals and love yourself and try out for the volleyball team. All of these things are so important for us as we grow. Go to the link in my bio or go to the link in the description and find out how to register for this free challenge. Can't wait to see you in there. Talk to you later. Bye. That doesn't really sound like a lot of fun, does it? But the thing is that, what is the thing? Or just a lake, or ground. I'm doing a video right now.